Good evening, everybody. We're back with another UTK esports stream. I am your commentator. Sir Waffles did take a little bit of a leave of absence, and Bardoon replaced me for the Marvel Rivals national streams, but I am back better than ever, and we're here to see UTK Orange, the 2 seed, go up against Minnesota State, the 6 seed. UTK sitting at a very strong 10-3 record on this season. Minnesota State 5-4, not doing so well in their divisional tournament and having lost their first game of nationals. We are in the lower bracket of round 1. This is a best of 5 series between these two teams, but let's not delay any further. Let's get into tonight's starters, starting with the away team, Minnesota State. Minnesota State's lineup for tonight consists of Foost, Invictus, Ying, Wind, and Cloud. And your home team, the 2 seed UTK Orange, starting off at tank, is going to be Grizzly XD. Filling in for DPS, assisting Grizzly on the front line, is going to be Duxta and Teki Malgo 1. And rounding out the back line, at main support is Ninon, and on the flex is Chopper2474. Currently going through bans for the first map of tonight. UTK, of course, does get their first pick. And we'll go ahead and go back radio silent as we wait for the bans to conclude and we get into game 1. All right, everyone. Thanks for waiting through that quick pause. We are starting off this Monday night on Lijiang Tower. First round of Nationals in the lower bracket about to begin. UTK going into this game did have to forfeit their first match that was against Charlotte. A very unfortunate turn of events there. Not much that they could do to avoid that. But these guys are good. Putting themselves into the lower bracket doesn't scare them much. Looking at these starting comps for both sides, UTK going with their classic brawl that they like on Lijiang, and it is looking pretty similar on the side of Minnesota State. Wind starting off on the Zarya, from what it looks like. Invictus on the Sojourn. We might see Teki Malga 1 stay on the Symmetra. Foost also on Sim for the TP. And it is a swap to Reaper. So we're seeing a Zar Reaper brawl for Minnesota State. And UTK is immediately there. Invictus goes down first. This is very early presence for UTK, and now Teki Malga is going to fall back to point. Wind trying to walk forward. UTK having amazing awareness, not shooting the bubbles, giving absolutely no charge here. Reaper TP's in, bubbled by Wind. Wind is full charge now, has a lot of power to work with. Grizzly trying to chase down this Sojourn. Invictus does find one, and Grizzly falls next. UTK gonna have to fall back now. Teki Malga, ooh, not able to stall. They're gonna get that flip. UTK got 20% of the point there. Not a bad start taking that first fight. They really came out of the gate swinging. Invictus checking this angle, finding Chopper. Wind falling a little low. Cloud there as well. He's going to have to amp. The Reaper falls low and is going to die. Wraith form, not enough. Rush comes out by Ying, and he does find one. Grizzly walking up here. Wind close to the Graviton Surge. We might see a play here with it. He's at 99, and he has it. Grizzly immediately gets put into it, and he's going to fall. And it's Invictus and Wind finding 2 more kills, and now UTK is going to have to fall back here. Really good TP out there by Teki Malga 1. He's going to keep his life. 60% is up there for Minnesota State. UTK has 4 ults to work with, nearly 5, and Duxta is going up with the Emre ult. Oh, double kill by Duxta! 2 quick bursts. Invictus checks him out of the sky. UTK is down 3. Grizzly pops the Annihilation, and it's Chopper with an ult of his own. Grizzly finds one. Wind is very low. Wind is gonna need to get bursted down here, and it's a great beat by Cloud. Grizzly falls very low. Ying with 2. Teki Malga 1 on the Reaper now. Does get the beat, and it's a Blossom by Foost. Not finding anything. Nenon running for his life. UTK did get a little bit of the point back, but now they're gonna need a touch. Nenon gonna get booped off, and it's no touch for UTK. Minnesota State is going to take this first round of Game 1.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
So you throw tiny diggers. Is that a problem? Depends. How often do you miss? Let's find out.
Moving on to Gardens. UTK now trying to get out of this deficit that Minnesota State has put them in. UTK has been known to be a team that might stumble a little on the first round, or on the first game, excuse me. And then they'll heat up later in the match. UTK elected to go point early with the Sim TP, and they're going to stage on there with the Sim turrets. Wind walking up, Foost wraithing out. Early cooldowns forced already. And it's Ducksta. Too much damage. Invictus finds the kill onto him, and Cloud kills Chopper. And it's dominoes one after the other. Techie Malga falling, and it's Grizzly next. Minnesota State takes the point first, unlike last time. This Czar Reaper brawl is turning to be very effective, and it is a mirror match between these two teams. Grizzly going fast. Techie Malga 1 is in there, and he is getting out and trying to get healed up. Ducksta getting walked, and this Czar is at high charge. Not really, I just lied. I saw Ducksta shoot him with the rail, and I thought he would have had more. And it's a team kill for UTK. They need to seriously try and regroup here and come up with a plan. It's Ninon closest to the ultimate. Ducksta and Chopper right behind him. Invictus and Cloud getting close to theirs. Techie Malga 1 working on point. Wind taking a bit of damage. Techie Malga 1 is going to check Foost, and it is a Reaper brawl. Techie Malga is forced to Wraith, and he needs to be very careful here. He goes for a TP far onto Invictus. A lot of chaos in this back line. Invictus falls very low, and he's going to try and clean him up. Ducksta is there. Techie Malga 1 is 1 HP, and now Grizzly is running through these guys at high charge. Rushed out by Chopper. Techie Malga working, trying to clean up Wind. It's a lot of damage, and Wind is going to fall to a good headshot by Ducksta. Ducksta cleaning up again. Ying does get Chopper, but it is a fight win for UTK.
Whatever is needed.
4 ultimates available for UTK, and it's nearly 5 for Minnesota State. Huge ult fight coming up here. Let's watch Wind as Minnesota State tries to push up here. Techie Malga 1! Huge blossom into the back line. He finds 2. Gonna find Cloud. Gonna find Cloud. There we go. And we also had a grab there by Grizzly to clean up Wind. What a play by Techie Malga 1, catching Minnesota State right when they weren't looking. Ninon still has this beat and has made the full 25% charge into his next one. Looking really good for the UTK economy. It's still 3 ultimates that can be used on the side of Minnesota State. The Blossom by Foost does not kill the entire team. Ult by Ducksta and Invictus. The 2 overclocks come out at once. Wind falls very low. Ducksta cleans him up. And it's another shot by Ducksta. Cloud falls low, and now he is going to be off the map. 2 kills there by Ducksta on the overclock. And now Minnesota State has nothing to go with. Chopper has the rush. UTK is looking like they should be able to get this game in the bag. Excuse me, this round. It'll be 1-1 here if they get this. Foost, no Wraith, and no Bubble. Ducksta checking this Reaper at close range. Very dangerous. Techie Malga 1 forced to Wraith out. Chopper rushed out, and it did get a little bit of value, but not as much as he would like. Wind is at full charge. Techie Malga and Ducksta taking a lot of damage, trying to work here. Techie Malga 1 is on the back line. Ninon and Chopper took a lot of damage, and now it's Minnesota State running away with this. Ninon has the beat, and it's going to have to be a very quick rush and touch possibly by him. He might be the only person that can make it. He's going to have to go fast. He needs to know this rollout. He's trying to go. He's at 99, and he doesn't get to the point. Minnesota State stole that out from under UTK, and they're going to go up 1-0 in this round. I keep getting the terminology mixed up. They're 1-0 in this series. UTK already seemingly getting their next game in ban-in, and play of the game is going to go to Techie Malga 1. Well, Lijiang has come to an end. Minnesota State taking that 2-0, putting themselves up 1-0 in this best of 5. UTK looking to try and tie up this series, going to Surabasa, it looks like, if we're following along with what Grizzly said very fast at the end of that round. Don't go anywhere. This could be a very short map and ban phase here. We'll be right back with Game 2. All right, everyone. Was a quick pause indeed, but we are back for game 2 of this best of 5. Minnesota State currently up 1-0. UTK elected to go to Suravasa. As always, score, team name, bans, all the various info that you might need are at the top of your screen above the respective teams for your convenience. Intermission screen is going to also have a little bit of details for this game up at the top. For those of you that missed the intro, my name is Sir Waffles. I've been the commentator for UTK for the past year or so. Slightly different comp here by UTK, and 2 changes, it looks like, possibly just one, on the side of Minnesota State. Foost electing to go onto the Tracer, Wind onto the Diva, and here we have Grizzly on the Hazard. Don't know why I blinked there. And Duxta on the Emre. UTK, a few missteps there. Very close to getting to game 3, or to round 3 of Lijiang that last time. Wasn't able to get there. Wind is taking a lot of damage. What a wall by Grizzly. Invictus is going to fall, and it's really good care. Techie Malga 1 checking this corner. He's playing aggressive. Wind falls very low. Techie Malga is going to have to get out, but he did get his piece of pie.
Come here. I can heal you.
Grizzly looking around, spots this Tracer. Tracer looking on the side, Invictus going to check the side as well. Wind looking to get onto the team, and he's going to get out of here, checked by Grizzly. Duxta forcing them back. It's just this Tracer being a little fly on the wall behind him, and Minnesota State is just trying to look for position, but they are just taking so much damage trying to do anything. Techie Malga checking Wind. And now he's checking Invictus along with this Lucio of Cloud. Wind onto the point, forced to use all of the defense matrix, and Duxta, Emre diff in the house. Foost on the low ground, trying to set up to help on the off angle. UTK is just absolutely destroying them on this defense. Foost falls very low, and he's cleaned up by Techie Malga 1, and it's a rush by Chopper to help secure this point, and it's 100-0 for this first bit of Flashpoint. Good wall by Grizzly yet again, and Techie Malga 1 takes down Wind. Next point is going to be on this coast side here. Techie Malga 1 TPing up here. Foost did get the pick on Nenon, putting them down 1, but point hasn't even unlocked yet. Techie Malga close to the Blossom. Duxta has the ult, Grizzly has the ult, and Nenon has the beat ready to go. And it's 5 ults available for Minnesota State. Duxta searching and destroying. Invictus doing it as well. Duxta trying to hit him out of the air, almost hits him with the heavy shot. Not quite there. Wind takes a heck of a lot of damage. No kill by him. Duxta fake TP. Excuse me, Techie Malga fake TP. A lot of defense matrix burned on the side of Minnesota State. Holding this corner very well is Techie Malga 1. He might be looking for a TP onto the back line for this Death Blossom. Chopper headshots Invictus, and Wind and the rest of Minnesota State is going to have to regroup and wait for their Emre. Foost lurking behind. Invictus walking back. Wind electing to go onto the Ramatra. Diva was not working out for him. Offensive wall by Wind, and now he's gonna punch up Techie Malga 1, forced to use the Wraith. Wind is just being pressed into this corner, and it's a great Suzu and a beat by 2 Teki Malga is definitely looking for this Blossom. He's there, and it's going to find nobody. Invictus got very low, and he didn't get chased down by Teki Malga, but now Minnesota State is without a tank, and they're looking for this Lucio. Duxta's off the map. Grizzly found his one. Ninon micromanaging, trying to clean up this fight. Foost is down, and UTK is 2-0 in this Flashpoint game. One more, and this series is all tied up. Duxta, another override protocol is on the table for UTK, and it's 3 ultimates ready to go for Minnesota State. Who is going to blink first? Place your bets down below. Teki Malga working on the side here. Duxta looking for this Emre ult, and he is going fast and around the side. Big hit there by Duxta. Looking at Ying, who is going to TP out. No kills found for Duxta. Foost with the pulse bomb on the Teki Malga 1, not able to dodge it. Grizzly on this hazard is just a piece of art. I mean, very, very dangerous.
Come here. I can heal you.
Wall by Grizzly. Defensive shield by Wind, and now all cooldowns are out by Wind as he looks to try and pick up Grizzly. Ult by Wind is going to find one. Not chasing Teki Malga, and he is going to fall. Chopper is going to reset with his team. 2 ultimates ready to go for UTK. It is 1 for Minnesota State. A lot of cooldowns forced early, and UTK does not have a touch. And now they're just going to have to walk back here as they try and fight this next point, which is going to be the Ruins. Ninon, Teki Malga 1 approaching their ultimates. Chopper rushes out. UTK trying to explode onto Minnesota State.
Come here. I can heal you. Come to me for heal. Let me balance you out. Come here. I can heal you.
Duxta, lot of damage. Needs to watch out here. Grizzly with it, just holding this block. Ninon with the B is very good. Teki Malga and Grizzly has the ultimates. Really good ult there by Grizzly, but he's just not able to oh, yes, he does! Ult by Teki Malga 1 finds Win. I thought Grizzly wasn't going to be able to get those 2 kills, but it was from the help of Duxta that he was able to pick those up. UTK now on the back pedal. Regarding the ult economy, it's just Duxta with his Chopper almost halfway to the rush. Invictus and Cloud have theirs up, and it's Wind getting close to the annihilation. Teki Malga checking this Tracer, forced to take him back. Ninon picks up the kill. It's an ult by Invictus. Is going to face a lot of damage. Grizzly falls low, shot behind the block. Duxta popping the ult a little on the later side. It does force a beat by Cloud, and Duxta, good pull down there by Wind. UTK has 86% of the point. It is 1 fight win for them, and they will have this. Chopper closest to ult, and then it'll be Ninon, Grizzly, and then Teki Malga later. Teki Malga 1 would have to go crazy to get his ultimate before this point stops. Foost close to the pulse bomb. Ying and Wind are at or not close. Wind finds Teki Malga 1, and now it's Foost pestering UTK from behind. No Suzu for UTK, but Foost is forced to retreat. Duxta checking him. No recall. Really late by Foost, and that's going to keep him out of the fight for a little. Rush by Ying. Counter rush by Chopper. Grizzly going in. He has the downpour, but he's in too deep. Teki Malga 1 looking for an ultimate. He's wraithing onto the point to try and touch. They're onto his antics. Neon has tossed the beat. Duxta found one. UTK is fighting desperately. Duxta somehow living thanks to the gun. It's just Grizzly on point. It would be ill-advised to make a hero play here, but Neon found one. Grizzly did pop the ultimate, but I don't think he found anything with it. And now, UTK using 2 ultimates, excuse me, 3 there, and now it's all tied up. Minnesota State trying to perform this reverse sweep on Suravasa. Grizzly goes on to the Ramatra. Hazard not cutting it.
Come here. I can heal you.
Teki Malga watching out for this Tracer. Wind is off onto the point, and that's going to give Teki Malga free reign to get up onto the high ground. He has the Blossom ready to go. Trying to work on this Emre, but Emre is too fast. And now he's in the sky. Grizzly is going to fall. Teki Malga, nothing on the Blossom. Invictus does fall, and UTK giving up the point. Duxta falls. Teki Malga going on to the Pharah. This is UTK's opportunity, or they're trying to clean this up. Wind falls to half HP in almost a second. Duxta, long range ultimate, is going to find a lot of damage on him. Does get a Suzu. Wind taking the brunt of that ultimate. Not much damage onto him. And UTK is just getting poked down here. Neon is down. Grizzly has to fall back. They cannot elect to be dying late. Wind is speeding on to UTK, looking for another kill. UTK forces him back. Neon is going to have to go around the edge here to get this touch. He is going to get it, and he has the beat available. Grizzly with an ult doesn't find anything. UTK gets the flip, but this is going to have to be a miracle for them to pull this off. And they might get it. Duxta finds Foost. That's a good pick for them. Grizzly on the Doomfist. He's trying to get back fast. Wind takes down Teki Malga 1. Chopper rushed on point. Invictus just going up to the high ground. Minnesota State got it back. Ajax for Neon. Not good. Grizzly on the Doomfist. And I think this is over for UTK. They are down 2-0 against Minnesota State in this series. Minnesota State performing a reverse sweep that game. And it's already yet another map pick and ban by UTK really quickly. Wind with the play of the game there. We're going to go back on intermission. Minnesota State is up 2-0 in this series. UTK is going to have to perform a reverse sweep to put themselves into round 2 of the lower bracket. Don't go anywhere. For those of you that did see, it's looking like we're going to Midtown next. So we'll be back shortly as we get through this short bit of bans. All right, everyone. Thanks for holding through that quick pause yet again. We did see in chat from Grizzly that we are going to Midtown, and here we are. It was a Reaper ban on the side of UTK and a Hazard ban on the side of Minnesota State. This is UTK's last chance to keep themselves alive in Nationals for Division 2. Also, a quick announcement. We did just see a post on the NECC Discord server, the top 3 teams for each division, and UTK Orange did get placed as the overall #1 team for Division 2 of NECC. A division composed of, for the better part, probably in the 30s of teams at minimum, all of which are composed of very, very strong players. So, congratulations to UTK. Regardless of how tonight goes, this has been a really good season for them. And it seems like we do have a NA host moment by Ninon, as the bans did not go through. All right. Well, bans should be good now, and Midtown is no longer daytime, it's nighttime. A lot of time passed there in between that moment. But yeah, like I said before, UTK is the #1 team out of Division 2, regardless of how this game turns out tonight. As Prod, thank you very much for all your support that you've shown this semester and this year. This has been absolutely record-breaking in many ways. Viewership, funds gathered for the club. We appreciate all of the support that you give to these guys and the talent that they show. Both for Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, both of them deserve commendations for the progress that they made both as a team and as individuals. UTK setting up their defense here. Techie Malga 1 on the sim. This is something that we saw them play against William and Mary, and it was extremely effective. Wind on the Zarya. Grizzly on the Ramatra. Game 3 starting right now. It is Minnesota State on the offense first. Techie Malga 1 in the laundromat is going to get checked by Foost, and Techie Malga 1 finds the first kill of the game. Foost is down. Ninon just firing down this choke. Techie Malga 1 holding this room. This is a amazing hold position for UTK. We just need to not get picked by a headshot from Invictus. Foost going in deep, setting up behind UTK. Wind takes a lot of damage, and they might take this opportunity to run them down. Grizzly finds 2, and now it's the back line of Minnesota State getting back into the spawn. Now Foost caught behind enemy lines. Recall is going to be forced out. Foost is running away very far, falls very low, and now it is a 4v5. Minnesota State getting past these turrets and gaining a foothold. It's a TP bomb by Techie Malga 1. He is going to wall, and it's a pretty good wall. Grizzly finds one. Oh! Techie Malga 1 is going to catch them as they try and run away. This is an amazing play by Techie Malga as he cleans up 2, 1 to the turrets and 1 to the melee. Ninon falls very low, trying to clean up this Tracer. We need to not die here. Duxta checks him. Foost is very low. Duxta's going to die. Foost is farming this medkit. Chopper gets the kill, but now it's Minnesota State rotating in, and it's a window by Chopper. Good aim by Chopper. He finds one. Wind is very low. Grizzly also falls a little low. Going to be cooldowns used to keep him up. Duxta coming back from spawn, and it's headshots onto Wind. Ult by Duxta, and Foost just blinks into the heavy round of Duxta, instantly getting vaporized. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby moment right there. Grizzly has the ultimate available. Ninon next up. And for Minnesota State, it's Wind and Cloud ready to roll. Invictus 20% behind. Duxta falls very low on this Tracer bubble by Wind. Chopper forced to use the immortality. Foost falls very low, playing the medkit. Grizzly pops the ultimate to try and live. Wind and Foost get their kills. Grizzly dancing this barrier. It's not enough. Ninon just built the beat, but it's too late, and now UTK is going to have to go back. Duxta falling down there. Minnesota State is going to get this point cap with 15 seconds remaining. This was a very good hold by UTK. It's a little over 2.5 minutes for Minnesota State to push this to the first checkpoint.
This ends now.
Ult by Invictus is going to see Wind fall in front of him. Not much gained from him. Teki Malga is behind Minnesota State, doing about as much flanking as Foost on the Tracer.
My sentry is offline.
Grizzly halfway to the ultimate, just built his last perk. Rush out. Oh, it's 3 ultimates by UTK in response to Ying. A Cloud beating as well. Really wasn't a whole lot gained there by either team, but it's Duxta coming out with the ultimate on top. Foost falls very low, and Duxta goes up high with the ultimate. Duxta absolutely speeding onto Minnesota State, but he's going to get caught by the overhead sign. Not able to escape. Foost is on the back line. Grizzly falls on the front. UTK is having to run back here, but it's still a really good hold by them. It's a minute left on the side of Minnesota State.
Constructing my teleporter.
Teki Malga playing the low ground, just electing to poke. Grizzly up on high. Cloud falls very low. And Grizzly is going to find the kill onto Cloud. A lot of damage. Grizzly finds yet another. Wind pops the annihilation. Is going to find Duxta. Is going to find Chopper. Grizzly has the ultimate. A very good one, too, considering they are going to have to be on point for the annihilation to be of any use. Grizzly cannot die with this ultimate. Pops it finally. Is going to run down. Invictus falls. Grizzly taking a lot of damage. He has to hold the block. Teki Malga 1 trying to build this wall. Nina gets the beat out. It's huge for UTK. They need to focus Cloud, and they do. Teki Malga 1 is going to die, holding onto the wall. Chopper trying to clean this up. Wind falls, and UTK stops Minnesota State before they hit the first checkpoint. A really solid defense by them.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Minnesota State did get a half-decent push on that offense, but this win is very attainable for UTK, and we might start to see them in lockstep now. It doesn't matter if they're in a 2-0 hole. They can find a way and bring this back. Almost same comp by Minnesota State. Only difference is Foost going on to the M-Ray, possibly. Not... won't say I'm not 100% sure why, but it is a lot of damage output by them. I guess he didn't think that the Tracer was doing enough. Or I guess he thought the Tracer wasn't doing enough. Same team comp for UTK. They really liked how it went on the defense, so they're going to run it on the offense. What could be the last map for this team together. UTK going fast on this offense, and they're going to TP very fast up onto Minnesota State's high ground. They are not letting themselves get stuck in this choke. And now, Grizzly's going to drop on point. Wind contesting. Duxta on the high ground. Duxta trying to help Grizzly focus down Wind. Duxta falls very low. Grizzly also falls very low. Teki Malga in the laundromat. Ninon still up high. Chopper trying to keep up Grizzly, but to miss shots on the heels. It just wasn't enough. And now UTK is going to have to try and get out of here and reset. Oh, Ninon gets teleported back into the laundromat. Got very scared there for a second. It was some good ult charge gained for UTK, but Foost is going to get his first. As soon as UTK crosses here, we might see an override protocol. Yeah, it's another TP play for UTK. Grizzly falls down onto the fire truck. Foost is just staying back and shooting into the choke. A lot of damage, and it's another TP play, potentially not going out. Invictus falls very low on the side. He's still low, and now Grizzly is going to run fast and try and get these kills. Duxta shooting from the back is going to get care. Grizzly falls very low. Not enough care. Chopper pops the window. Takes down Wind. Duxta finds one, but Foost finds Duxta. Chopper and Ninon are together. Not good if they both die in here. Teki Malga walls on point. Foost falls very low. It's an overclock by Invictus, but he's going to have to run away with it. It's a TP to try and get UTK onto point. 2/3 capped by UTK. Teki Malga trying to get this beam charge, but he's going to stay back and poke. Duxta is on the staircase to the right, and he is shooting Wind in the back. And UTK is going to get the point. UTK stays alive in this game. Nenon with 2 there. Melee and melee onto Foost and Cloud.
Aligning sentry positions.
Techie Malga 1 wasting no time to take this spot on the high ground.
My sentry was destroyed.
Really good slow field there by Grizzly, but he's taking a lot of damage. Is going to have to fall down here. Card is moving fast. Foost is going up with the Emre ult. Little misfire there into the wall. Ducksta just keeping an eye on him up there. Another really great slow field. Foost is going to fall a little low. Grizzly moving this cart under, and Ducksta finds Foost. Emre diff. Ducksta close to his own override protocol. Chopper, a little bit too much damage taken. Cart still moving under. Nenon is going to get slowed down. Ducksta popped the Emre ult, but UTK was down 1. Techie Malga 1 just trying to play the poke game to build this wall. The sim walls have been on point. Ult by Chopper. Wind falls very low. Forced to use all the cooldowns and drop down. Nenon goes with a beat. Countered by Cloud. Techie Malga 1 with the wall. And it's Grizzly running it down with the rampage. Wrong tank ult. UTK is 2.4 meters away from staying alive. Invictus finds 1. Ying falls low. Forced to TP out. And it's an ult by Wind. Too much damage. Duckstuff does find Invictus, but Minnesota State gets their picks. UTK is only close to Ducksta's ult, and it's Invictus with his, and Ying and Foost can probably build theirs in a minute. UTK is going to have to rely on their game sense and mechanics to get this win. The cart is one fight win away from victory and keeping themselves alive. Ducksta has to try and build this Emre ult. Grizzly, a sense of urgency falling upon him as he punches down Wind, who is falling to half on point. Ducksta checks Invictus on high ground. Ducksta, 97, 99. Ducksta finds Wind. He needs to try and get Boost out of the air, and he does. Ducksta, heavy shot onto Boost in midair. Clone is going to fall. Ying is next. Ducksta, triple kill in the air, and he is going to carry UTK into their win of Game 3. It's not over yet. Techie Malga 1 play of the game there. This is going to be the laundromat flank. Invictus falling to the turret, and Invictus was right, or excuse me, Cloud was right behind him. Score updated. UTK 1, Minnesota State 2. We are going to Game 4 next, where Minnesota State is going to get their map pick, and we go through another ban phase. Don't go anywhere. UTK is keeping themselves alive, and this might be a series for the ages if UTK can perform this reverse sweep. we're through another set of bans, and we're on Runesapi for Game 4. UTK winning that last game on Midtown to put themselves 1-2 in the series. The reverse sweep is still possible, but it is a must-win on this map. Runesapi picked by Minnesota State. However, it's to my knowledge that UTK actually does like Runesapi, so if it was trying to be a bit of a curveball pick by Minnesota State, it definitely isn't going to phase them that much. We're seeing something similar to what Minnesota State ran in Game 1 of Lijiang, this Czar Reaper speedy brawl. And for UTK, Grizzly is staying on the Ramatra. Duxta onto the Cassidy. We've seen this guy go crazy on that character. It's a bubble up by Foost on the Reaper. And it's already 45 charge. No Immort. Wind falls very low, is going to get the Mega and play at high charge. Grizzly finds one. Foost falls very low. Wind has to be at max charge right now, and he is. UTK getting an early bit of lead, but push can turn into a landslide or a very slippery situation very quickly if you do not play it right. UTK playing the corner. Foost matching Teki Malga 1. Teki Malga 1 needs to be aware of this Reaper on the right side, who might be looking for yet another TP. He is, and he's close, and it's another bubble that's instantly decimated. Teki Malga 1 trying to get the kill onto Foost. Duxta finds Wind, and now Teki Malga 1 gets the Reaper dip. UTK trying to run away with these kills. Duxta does find one onto Ying, and now Teki Malga 1 trying to check this Sojourn, and he is going to get help from Ninon and get the kill. Wind is down. UTK has the first checkpoint. It hasn't even been 2 minutes yet. Wind on the Ramatra. Duxta, high noon to just hold this angle. Nothing there by him. Did get them a little bit of space and time to work with. Teki Malga, 2/3 of the way to the Blossom. Grizzly close to the Annihilation. And it's going to be an ultimate by Invictus. Is going to find quite a bit of damage. Teki Malga 1 does find one. Foost also falling. Oh, Teki Malga 1, nothing on that ultimate. And Grizzly, nothing on that ultimate either. Mistimed boot by Ninon. Doesn't really matter though. UTK, an amazing initial push there, but there is still plenty of game time to go. UTK can take this fight just exactly where it started at the beginning of this game. They do have the beat of Ninon to work with if they want to be aggressive. Teki Malga 1 fighting, and now it's an aggro beat by Ninon. Grizzly speeding up. Duxta does find one. Very good slow field by Grizzly. Foost is going to find quite a bit of damage. No kills though by him. Duxta with the high noon isn't going to find anything there. Grizzly fighting. They did move the bot a little bit back, but UTK is going to have to fall back and regroup as now Minnesota State tries to carve their way into UTK's lead. Ninon going back for the taxi. Really good Uber driver. Techie Malga one with the Flora. Check by Foost. Techie Malga 1 needs to be careful here. Wraiths forced by both Reapers. Grizzly trying to focus. Foost trying to run on Grizzly. Wind takes a lot of damage. No immort for either side. Almost a mirror comp if it weren't for Ducksta. It is an ult by Wind, and he is going to find Ninon. The checkpoint getting closer and closer. Grizzly holding the block is trying to get care by Chopper. Techie Malga 1 is going to fall. Grizzly close to the ultimate. It's nearly 3 ultimates for UTK. And now Minnesota State has their checkpoint. God, this is going to be such a close series, isn't it? Wind falls very low. Techie Malga 1 drops on him like a tomahawk missile, but Foost is going to find a kill onto Chopper. Grizzly with an ultimate is going to not live. Techie Malga 1 is close there. He does have the Blossom available. He's getting sped up. Invictus falls low, and Techie Malga 1 elects to use the Blossom. It's him versus Foost. Foost has no Wraith, and he's going to fall. Ninon going back for the taxi while Techie Malga 1 moves this bot up. Forward spawn is gone by Minnesota State, which is really good because Foost is going to be a little behind. Bot moved up quite a bit there for UTK, and they're going to take fight on this corner. Third perks online for both sides. Ninon close to the beat, Chopper close to the window. Invictus a headshot onto Ducksta. Grizzly holding the front line down. This is just a war of attrition. Grizzly gets really aggressive here, and he's going to take shots from all angles. Ninon falling next, and it's a group respawn for UTK. UTK still has this lead, but they cannot let this get out of hand. If Minnesota State gets their barrier past theirs, this is going to turn into a really bad situation for UTK. Techie Malga 1, Wraith forced early, Chopper with a window up high, Ying, window on the side. Techie Malga 1 checking close. It's a really good beat by Ninon. Cloud with one of his own. Techie Malga 1 tries for a fake TP. They're on to his antics. Chopper and Grizzly with some kills. Oh, but Foost does get Ninon. It's just Techie Malga 1 and Grizzly. They need to get these kills, and they do. Techie Malga 1 getting that health back. UTK, they are hanging by a thread and absolutely fighting for their spot. Just over 2 minutes to go in this game. UTK still has a lead to go. Ducksta with a high noon to check Invictus. Not much found for him. Grizzly takes a lot of damage, and he's going to pop the Annihilation to live. Not what he would want to use that for. Techie Malga 1 TPing back, looking for the ultimate. He is still behind them. Not anymore. This needs to be a really good Blossom by Techie Malga 1. Ninon and Chopper getting close to the support ultimates. Techie Malga 1 is behind them. Ying is very low. He needs to get this kill, and it is a kill on to Ying and Foost. Wind finds one of his own. ult by Wind is going to find Ninon. Chopper falls next. Grizzly shot from behind by Wind. The barricade moves closer. 1 minute to go.
60 seconds remaining.
Chopper and Ninon ready to go nearly with their ultimates. Duxta will be next up. Invictus, Ying, and Cloud with theirs. This couldn't be closer. Window by Ying is up close. Ninon with the beat. Duxta did fall very low. Grizzly didn't get it. Beat by Cloud. Techie Malga won. Trying to work on Invictus. Invictus is going to fall very low. Juxta did fall along with Chopper. Wind and Invictus. Techie Malga 1 trying to get this kill. Invictus falls very low. But it's them running away with the bot. Grizzly is 79-80% of the way to his ultimate. Duxta is up high with the high noon. This is gonna be so close. UTK fighting for everything. Duxta just ults down main. He needs to get this kill on Wind. He gets it. Wind is down. And it's another kill. Duxta finds 2. Boost is down. Duxta with 3 of his own. UTK gets another win. And this reverse sweep is looking more and more possible. I'm going to have a heart attack watching these games. It is 2-2. Wind play of the game is going to be one of these last fights here as he picked up both supports. KD check by Chopper. Did fall 3 and 7 there in that game. A little punch at himself. UTK is 1 game win away from performing a reverse sweep to stay alive in Division 2 Nationals. Not much more needs to be said other than Minnesota State gets a map pick and we go through another phase of bans. Don't go anywhere. This could be the fight of their lives for both teams. Minnesota State is on the verge of a tragic loss to UTK, and UTK is on the cusp of possibly one of the greatest comebacks I think I've ever seen this semester. Thank you all very kindly for waiting. We are on Game 5 of the lower bracket of Division 2 Nationals, Round 1, between the 2-seed UTK and the 6-seed Minnesota State. It was Minnesota State winning Game 1 of Lijiang 2-0, then turning around and performing a reverse sweep on Saravasa to win 3-2. UTK going into Game 3 was in a 0-2 hole and was on the cusp of losing it all in a sweep in a what many could call an upset, but they didn't give up. UTK Game 3 going to Midtown, picked by them. They did perform a very solid defense, and it was going into overtime thanks to a huge ult from the Iron Cannon Duxta on Emre. They were able to secure the win, putting themselves 1-2. Then in Game 4 that we just saw on Runasapi, UTK got a huge lead at the beginning, 2 minutes in. And then Minnesota State almost clawed their way back, and it was in the final seconds that the game was decided. And they got the win there. And now they're trying to perform this reverse sweep and go to Game 5 on Rialto. The winner moves on to lower bracket semis. You did see a first pick out of the gate by Teki Malga 1 on the Pharah, booping, believe it was Foost, off the map into the water below. Minnesota State is on their offense first. Teki Malga 1 farming up a lot. Really big push down there. It's a lot of damage, and Teki Malga 1 is doing it all right now. Air Bob would be proud. Grizzly challenging Wind on the Zarya. Teki Malga 1 is going to get the barrage. Grizzly with the Annihilation getting close, and Ninon on the BAP in the same boat. Chopper on the Curie, which was not available last round.
Under my protection.
It is the same comp that we've seen pretty much all day, excuse me, all night, pretty much, from Minnesota State, and now they're moving up to UTK's high ground, trying to rotate around them. Ninon falls very low, and it's a 2-lane split. Foost falls very low, isn't going to fall there. Grizzly is falling low, has the Annihilation available, holding on to it. UTK wisely holding their ultimates. They are going to come back with 5, and they'll definitely be able to get a fight on this point. Invictus trying to challenge from this high ground. Teki Malga 1 going up above, looking for the ultimate. Duxta is going to fall. Oh, it's not enough by Teki Malga 1. He tried to get the ultimate onto Wind, but Wind beamed him down. Wind falls very low. It's Grizzly trying to live on point here, and it's an ultimate by both Wind and Invictus. Invictus finds one. Teki Malga 1 at the back. Invictus only found one with the ultimate. It was a checkpoint hit by Minnesota State. Grizzly still fighting on point, and he did pop the ultimate. Grizzly walking back from spawn. Ninon checking this top angle for any flankers. Grizzly, too much damage trying to challenge this high ground. The cart moves around the corner now as Minnesota State moves towards the second checkpoint. Rush by Ying. Duckstuff found the kill. Invictus found Grizzly, who did swap to the Zarya 2 meters away from the checkpoint. Ying is going to live, and Wind, high charge, is beaming UTK down. Now Grizzly's onto the Mauga. They're trying to look for some kind of solution. Techie Mauga 1 onto the Reaper himself. I do like this swap. Duckstuff falls very low. Is going to pop the high noon. Beat by Cloud. Not ult by Grizzly. It was a cardiac rubber drive by Grizzly. Invictus going up with the ultimate. Ducksta challenging him. Too much damage. Ducksta falls, and now Grizzly is onto the Reinhardt. Minnesota State is looking unstoppable right now with this comp. It's a rush out by Chopper, countered by the grab of Wind. Foost with an ultimate of his own is going to find one, but UTK is not on the point. It's 2.5 minutes remaining for the offense of Minnesota State.
Switching sides. Initiating match.
I won't lie, things are definitely dire for UTK. 2.5 minutes at the end of that offense for Minnesota State is a lot if this goes into extra rounds. But moving on to their offense,
Ready for battle.
we're seeing Grizzly, yet another different tank. This time, Ducksta off the Emre, now going on to the Genji. UTK looking a little bit more divey. Wind swapping onto the Ramatra away from the Zarya. Invictus still on the Emre. Foost on the Pharah.
5, 4,
A Kirilu backline for both sides.
1.
Grizzly
Attackers.
now onto the Sigma for the offense. A very solid tank pick to start here. Invictus and Foost actually did end up swapping there, and it's a double hit scam play. Grizzly is silently going up to their high ground along with Techie Mauga 1. They need to watch out for Invictus at the back near this statue. Really good rock or shield there by Wind, and Foost is going to get the first kill of this round onto Techie Mauga 1. Card is moved up around the corner though, but now UTK is going to have to get past this notorious open space. Grizzly on this Sigma forces down all of Minnesota State onto the cart, and it's a map flip. It's just Wind on cart. Really good shield, and Ducksta takes him down. This was an incredible play by UTK. Cloud falls very low. Techie Mauga 1 takes him down, and it's another kill, and another. Techie Mauga 1 fills the kill feed, and they're gonna stagger Invictus as they should. This Ramattra is going to try and move up here, but he's going to get nuked. Payload hit. 4.5 minutes to go. Wind is down. Grizzly finds Cloud, and this Emre is not going anywhere. Grizzly triple kill. UTK's offense looking just as potent as Minnesota State's.
Barrier initialized. Barrier has been opened. I greet thee.
Wind back on the Zarya. Foost on the Pharah. Grizzly needs to watch out for Invictus here. Wind with a lot of stuff forced, and Duxta is going to get taken down by the Bob of Invictus. Teki Mauga on the low ground here. UTK needs to try and get this payload moving. Teki Mauga 1 recognizes it. Invictus is at the back. Foost just has so much spam down main. Grizzly challenging this Zarya. It's an ult by Teki Mauga 1. Does find Invictus. It's a beat by Cloud. Ninon beat it first. No ultimates available for UTK. Wind and Foost close to a deadly combo. Wind and Foost getting closer and closer to a very potent Graviton barrage. Foost and Wind have it. Foost finds a direct onto Teki Mauga 1. Grizzly walking onto Invictus here, putting some pressure out. Foost elects to just use the ultimate on Duxta. Ying is down, displaced. Wind is gonna be next. Really big wreck by Grizzly. Grizzly bounce around the corner. He has the ultimate available. Grizzly, another kill for him. UTK hits the second checkpoint. 3.5 minutes to go.
Hello. Cahoots. Proclaiming a barrier.
I feel you.
Foost onto the Reaper. Not liking the Pharah. Grizzly has the ultimate available. He's taking a lot of damage. It's an ult onto Wind. No bubbles for Wind. Grizzly's trying to run him down. He is going to get the kill. Duxta running it down. Card is not moving though. It is now. Ying falls very low. Is going to retreat back into spawn. UTK setting up for a close hold. Duxta, ultimate available. Card is moving indoors now. Teki Mauga and Ninon close to their own ultimates. Ying has his own ultimate. Duxta has it available. Grizzly falls before the beat comes through. Beat comes through as well for Cloud. It's a lot of damage by Duxta. Grizzly coming back from spawn. UTK speeding out. They are not going to take any more losses here. They have to try and play for the Blossom of Teki Mauga 1. Teki Mauga 1 is just looking desperately for a Blossom play. He's looking for it here. Flank onto Wind. Ying is at the back here. He TP's onto him. Ying forced to use the Suzu. Teki Mauga 1 forced to Wraith out. He gets care. And it's another reset and out for UTK. Grizzly onto the Zarya. They are going to bubble Teki Mauga in for sure. We're looking at Teki Malga 1. Foost going in. Bubble immediately gone. And it's a boot and kill. Huge blossom. Teki Malga 1. Wind is going to get run down. Cloud next. UTK needs all on here. And they are definitely going to hit this checkpoint. It isn't over yet. 1 minute on the extra round timer for UTK. And it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds for Minnesota State.
Initiating match.
This, of course, freaking... this game between UTK and Minnesota State is going to be this close. We are in extra rounds here of Rialto. UTK is going to get their offense first with 1 minute to go. They are playing into a serious disadvantage of a time bank between them and Minnesota State.
Iggy tells me you kept in touch after your little record trade.
Foost onto the Tracer. Wind on the Ramatra. Foost making a little bit of swaps here. I won't call the team comps here too early. A lot of swaps can happen. We have 10 seconds until these doors open, and UTK begins the offense that will decide whether they continue in the bracket.
This will prove useful.
Teki Malga 1 wasting no time going up high and trying to contest Minnesota State. Wind checks him. UTK already up on this corner here. Chopper finally there to support. Cart moving forward. Ducksta! Kill onto Foost! And now Ducksta is behind. And it's a TP out by Ying. Invictus down! Ducksta putting the team on his back. Now keeping Foost held at the door. Grizzly finds the kill onto Wind. Teki Malga 1 kill of his own. Point inches closer. Ducksta setting up high. Poking them out. UTK is going to hit this first checkpoint for a 1 minute push. This is already really good. They did not stop on this defense. Ducksta getting near the ultimate. If he keeps up this pace, Wind taking a lot of damage. Teki Malga working on the side. Card is moving over the bridge. Now Teki Malga moving, trying to look for an angle indoors. UTK cannot afford a pick here. Ducksta 76% of the way to the ultimate. Foost finds Teki Malga 1. UTK is down 1. Ducksta, 88 to ultimate, 94, huge burst of headshots. Ducksta is very close. He needs this ultimate right now, and it's there. Huge shots down main for Ducksta. Lot of damage, and he's going to get another heavy shot down, and it's going to put a lot of pressure out. Point moves closer. Teki Malga 1 is down again. Grizzly has the ultimate available, but he stepped off the point. He stepped off the point. Just under the overpass to the second checkpoint. By no means a bad push for UTK, but they are going to need one heck of a defense to keep themselves in this. Something tells me that this is going to go down to the wire. Minnesota State is now going to start their offense.
Ready for battle.
Our rosters are revealed. We're looking at what seems to be a similar comp, or same comp by UTK. Again, don't want to shoot the gun a little bit. Or jump the gun. Shoot the gun. You can tell my mind is a little bit racked right now. Minnesota State, similar comp for them. Foost, maybe not. Wind might be going on to the Diva or not. I just keep getting proven wrong. It is the offense start for Minnesota State. Techie Malga 1 sitting up high. He is just waiting for somebody to get up there. Duxta already doing quite a bit of ult charge. And now Minnesota State is working around the side. They're playing with this Tracer, who is now pressuring the cart. Foost running away, regrouping with the team. Techie Malga 1 back, and it's a map flip by Minnesota State. Duxta falls very low. Good care. Invictus falls low. Grizzly and Wind both forcing the ram forms. Techie Malga working on the angle here. Grizzly behind the shield. He needs to try and care himself. Grizzly falls very low. He's at 1 HP, and he is down. Techie Malga wraithing into the back line isn't going to find much. You know what? UTK did get a pretty decent hold there. 1 minute and 40 off the clock. It's 1 minute to go in game 5 of extra rounds for Nationals. Invictus with the ult down main. It's a lot of damage. Invictus is forced down by the slow field. Techie Malga 1 goes up high. He has the Blossom getting close. Duxta with the ultimate. Xenon with the beat. Duxta looking for a kill on Ying, but he's cleaned up by Foost. Techie Malga 1 is getting close to a Blossom. If he can live and get a huge Blossom onto Minnesota State, it would be a very big hit for them, but he saves it, and Grizzly is off the map to reset. It is going to be a matter of overtime between these two teams for who moves on to semifinals. Techie Malga and Grizzly with the ultimates, and it's Foost close to the pulse bomb. 3 on cart for Minnesota State. Techie Malga has the ultimate available. He is going up here, and he's looking for a drop, and Blossom. No boot for Foost. Techie Malga 1 still has the ultimate available. Annihilation by Grizzly. It's 2 down for Minnesota State. And UTK, against all odds, just performed a reverse sweep and goes to the semifinals. If you couldn't tell by my tone, I am very hyped for these guys. What an incredible series between these two teams. Play of the game goes to none other than Techie Malga for this carry in that last fight. UTK, congratulations. You have moved on to the semifinals of Nationals in the lower bracket. I'm definitely going to try and get a player for an interview. So everybody in stream, just sit tight real quick while I go and try and grab a player from UTK Orange. All right, everybody. We're here with UTK Orange Tank Grizzly. Grizzly, oh my god, dude. That was an insane series. Just immediately, how are you feeling?
Kind of sweaty.
Sweaty as in you guys were trying hard, or sweaty as in that was really close and that was a lot of pressure to try and pull off the win?
Bit of both. My room's really hot too. Didn't help.
So, obviously not an ideal start that you guys were looking for. Losing Li Zhang and then a reverse sweep on Surabasa, incredibly unfortunate. When you guys were going into Game 3, did you guys have a change in a game plan at all, or was it kind of like the same deal as last time where you just decided you needed to lock in?
It was more like we were trying to set them up for failure. We were getting them confident so we could take advantage of their weaknesses that we had been seeing the whole time. So we wanted to get them like a little overconfident and then take advantage. No, I'm just kidding. We just kind of decided that we didn't want to lose. It's like classic UTK fashion. Just go for the reverse sweep, do a little or gambling, and see what happens if we try to reverse sweep. It could be fun. So that's what we tried to do.
Who do you think was the player of the day for Orange tonight? I mean, everybody had their own individual moments of glory between like Teki Mauga's Blossom to give you guys that turn into extra rounds there on Rialto. You had some really good plays on Ramatra and Chopper and the supports doing work. Who do you think deserves an honorable mention?
I think Duxa did a whole bunch in all of the games. I think he was pretty consistently, like, even playing better than me, playing better than our Reaper. Like, I think he was just always doing good and just did a ton of damage, was gapping their hit scan all the time. Just want to shout out him. I think we don't win it if he doesn't play for our team. Simple as that.
Absolutely. You guys are now moved into the semifinals for Nationals in Division 2. And if you guys also didn't see, you are unanimously named the #1 team in Division 2. So congratulations. And it looks like you're going to be going against UGA Black in your next game. So are there any thoughts you have going into this next match?
Do you know if we played them already? Did we play that team?
Not that I've streamed, so I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I think we might have played them. I think we can handle it. I think we're good.
Good to hear. Well,
I think we're feeling confident.
After a win like that, I would be confident too. I mean, it is incredible. I know stream loved it. They were cheering for you guys the entire time. Just shout out to everybody watching. Like, I know that like Grizzly, can you say how much like the support means to you guys?
It's really fun to see everybody show up for the streams. Nice to know that people care.
Well, I won't bother you too much more. I know that you guys are definitely coming off a high from that. So thank you for the interview. I'll go ahead and let you go. Enjoy the night. You guys earned it.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the cast, bro, as always.
Of course, happy to do it. Well, you heard the UTK Orange Tank Grizzly give his insight into tonight's game and how it turned out. UTK walked away with a reverse sweep in what was way too close of a series between them and Minnesota State. UTK moves on to round 2 of the lower bracket, which is not semifinals, by the way. I misspoke. It is still quarterfinals of this double elimination tournament. The UTK keeps themselves alive. We'll be back next stream for when they play UGA Black, which, according to the website, is scheduled for May 1st. So we will see you guys on Friday of this week if that date holds. But thank you all so much for watching tonight. I hope that you enjoyed watching as much as I did. And I think we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thank you all.